Let us start with the definition. So computer. So computer, like it's an electronic device which can compute and calculate. Understandable. Programming language. So humans speak in language such as English, Chinese, Japanese. Similarly, programming language such as C, C++, Java, .NET, Python, VBA are understood by computers. Clear? And let's come to VBA. So VBA is a programming language. So it's a programming language for Microsoft Office. Hence, VBA can be used to communicate with Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Access, and MS Project. So MS Project is also a Microsoft product. So VBA stands for Visual Basic for Application, and it's very similar to the old programming language called Visual Basic 6, which came in the year 1998. So it's you can say like it's absolutely similar to that programming language, everything. So few characteristics of VBA programming are as follows. VBA is event-driven programming language. You don't have to understand it now. VBA is not case sensitive. It means you can write in small letter, capital letter. When you write the code, you can write in small letter, capital letter. It will not make any difference. VBA is not fully object-oriented programming language. Again, leave it for now, but just note it. It's not a fully object-oriented. VBA is an object-based programming language. VBA is independent of white spaces. Means that if you, instead of one space, if you give two space, it will not cause any problem. There are certain programming languages where space is very important. Like instead of one space, if you give two space, the program will not work. So keyword, what is keyword? In English language, we have words. Similarly, in any programming language, we have keywords. List of VBA keywords are as follows. The good thing is that you don't have to know all the keywords and you don't have to learn it now. We will, as I go on teaching, you will learn it during the course of time. And statement and instruction. So what is a statement? In English, we have sentences. Similarly, in programming language, we have statements or instructions. This is a statement. Dim A as integer, dim B as single. It means A is a whole number, B is a decimal point number, B as single. If A greater than B, it checks if A is greater than B. So these are statements in programming languages. It is similar to sentences in English word, in English language. What is the syntax? Syntax means nothing but grammar. In English language, we use the term grammar. In programming language, you call it syntax. So like my name is Peter. This is a proper grammar. My Peter is name. If you say something like my Peter is name, nobody will understand. Similarly, so syntax is important. Dim B as single, dim as B single, it will not work. So the syntax has to be proper. Procedure. What is a procedure? So in English language, we have paragraph. Understand it this way. Similar in VBA, we have procedures. And today, actually, what I'm doing is I'm repeating day one yesterday, whatever, like so forget whatever I taught yesterday. This is a repetition of that in a different way. So I thought of like introducing a little bit of theory because like people found it difficult to understand yesterday. So procedure like is similar to a paragraph. It's a set of code, or it's a set of instructions. A paragraph is a set of sentences, and procedure is a set of instructions or expressions. Or instruction is, I told you, statements, set of statements, you can say. Any doubt while I'm explaining, please stop me actually. Data. So you know data. Data means any kind of information. It could be your name, age, address, length, sales data, date, whatever. Like it's a data. Input, process, output. So human works in different ways, but the computers work in a specific way. Like it can be explained in 3 steps: input, process, output. We provide raw data as input. We provide some data to the computer as input. Computer will process it and provide us the processed data as output. So if you take an example of a calculator, if you do like 1 + 2 and you press equal to, it will give you the result 3. So 3 is the output, 1 and 2 are input. Like you can take another example, like what happens when you press any key on a piano? We hear a sound. So the act of pressing the key is the input. The piano processes the key press and generates a sound, which is the output. Any doubt in this?
No.
Okay. Coming to variables. So variables, yesterday I showed you, but let me repeat. So variables is a named memory location used to hold a value that can be changed. Syntax for declaring a variable. Syntax means grammar. Grammar for declaring a variable is, so this is where dim my age as integer, dim my address, or whatever name you can say. This is dim is a keyword. Keyword does keyword mean? Keyword means the set of words in a programming language is called keywords. So dim is a keyword, integer is a keyword, as is a keyword, my age is the name of the variable which you can give, any name you can give. My address is the name of the variable. So these are few variable naming conventions. This is the correct name, this is the wrong name. This is the correct name, this is the wrong name. This is the correct name and this is the wrong name because there is a space. The variable name cannot start with a number. There cannot be any special characters except for underscore. You can use underscore. What is a data type? So data type is like every variable must have a data type, which indicates the kind of value the variable can hold. Let's say it can be string, integer, long, single, double, and the meaning of this is given. String will hold alphanumeric values. It means it can be number plus alphabet, anything, or just alphabet. And I gave you assignment yesterday. I guess nobody did it. So I asked you to find the difference between integer and long.
I have done.
Yes,
I have
we
uploaded in
we
Google.
have said.
Okay, I checked.
We are done.
Okay, great. Sorry, I checked around 3 hours back. There was no assignment. I guess you might have done
After that, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries. So good actually. So I will excuse everybody for today because yesterday this session did not go well. I did not do the theory part. Today, that's why taking you through the theory. So variable, data type. Now let's come to modules. Yesterday I showed like there can be different types of module. Module is a container for code. So whatever code you write, you will write inside a module. And modules can be of many types: workbook module, worksheet module, standard module, class module. So I took you through this document. Any doubt, guys?
Sujo, I have point number 5. If you can just scroll below.
Yeah.
Just want to check why for the statement.
Yeah.
Why do we start with saying dim as integer? What is dim?
We don't start with dim. So look at this example. Is it starting with dim? C.
But okay, but then what does dim means here? Is it just like taken just for?
Yeah. So dim means so. This is a syntax again, grammar. So dim actually means dimension. So you are telling that dim actually means dimension. It means you are telling the computer to assign a memory for this variable called a, which is an integer, which is a whole number. So you have to memorize this. So there is no special meaning to dim.
Okay. So dim we have taken like from point 4 where you have shown all the characteristics like dim.
Yeah, dim is there. You'll find it dim here
The
somewhere.
keywords. Yeah, it's in the third row.
Yeah,
Yes.
dim is there. Yeah, it's a keyword. Dim as integer. This is a keyword.
Okay,
So
got it.
we write my name is Peter, but my Peter is name. We don't write it, so we don't question it. Why is it not? Because it's English. It's spoken that way. My name is Peter. It has to be in that particular order.
I got your point. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Any other doubt? Anybody? If you want, I will repeat everything. But this is very important.
I have one question. Like the table you have given up here. So we will be using all these keywords or a specific keywords only?
No, as I mentioned, you don't have to know it right now. Okay. I'll tell you later on whatever has to be used. You don't have to memorize anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every keywords is having specific function of their own.
Yes.
Okay.
There are certain keywords which are used in combination, and so dim you cannot write on its own. So dim has to be associated with as, dim as, and then the data type. These three keyword will come together. Or like dim also works. If you write dim, it also works, but in that case, it will be taken as a variant. So that's different thing. So you don't have to worry about it right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so let me go back to, okay, let me start a blank workbook. Everybody, can you please open a blank workbook? So you have to open Excel and you have to go to File, More Options, Customize Ribbon, and you have to ensure that Developer tab is checked. And you will see that Developer tab here. And press Alt F11. I will start once again. Yesterday, whatever I did, I will start once again. And from here, so this is the VBA project. So you can see book 1. So book 1 is the name of the Excel worksheet. And then this is called the sheet module. So this is a sheet module. Sheet or worksheet module. So sheet 1, you can see here. And then you have the workbook module. So this is this workbook. And finally, this is the name of the project, VBA project. You can right click and go to VBA properties and you can change the name of the project. So no need for now, but yeah, so these things you will learn as you go by. So for now, I'm just explaining you the parts. And so you have sheet module, you have workbook module, and there is something called standard module, which you can right click here and insert. And you can go to insert and insert a module. So this will bring up a module, you can see. So this is called a standard module. And whenever you insert a standard module, you have to rename it properly. So anything like whatever you are using, so you need to properly rename it. So it is not mandatory, but it's a good practice. So you can see the name of the module is module 1. I will rename it with the prefix MOD, starting with MOD. MOD stands for module. And you can give it any name. So let's say mod Day1 or mod mirror or anything. So this is the first step you need to do. So yeah, Harish, tell me.
Sujay, can I ask you one? So here, sheet 1 is there and workbook is there. This workbook is there.
Yes.
So, and module 1 is there. So the code, when we are writing on the code, so it is applicable to sheet 1 or this workbook or module 1? Which one?
Okay. So okay. So your question is not relevant. So I'll explain that those things actually shows sheet working on the worksheet will come maybe on day 3 or day 4. So for the first 3-4 days, we will just do logic building and some exercises. So we will not even go to the workbook or this Excel sheet, anything. It has in the first 4 days, we will not do anything with Excel sheet. So you'll get to know. So for now, everybody has to just understand what I am doing here right now. So you need to forget about Excel and you need to forget about workbooks and everything, formulas, everything. You just repeat what I do.
Sujay, one question. When you are renaming this mod 1 as mod day 1, is there any naming convention or it's a free one, free text? Like we can do, there is no caps required or it's just a free one?
There is a naming convention which is not mandatory, but it is recommended. So you have to prefix it with MOD. Prefix. So starting with MOD, then any name you want.
So the day 1 can be D, can be small also. I mean, just for example.
Okay,
it's fine.
Okay,
right?
okay, very good question. So let's say Amit Kumar. So it will start with the prefix and the name in this format. So MOD, Amit Kumar Yadav. So you have to follow this. With every word, it will start with capital and there will be no space.
Okay, correct.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So everybody created this module. Rekha, Paritosh, Shashank, Shyam, Virendra, everybody.
Done.
Okay.
Yes, done.
Okay. The second thing is that you need to close the properties window. So this is the properties window. Close it and press F4. Close it and press F4. Close F4. Close F4. All of you, please do this. Okay. So next thing you need to do is all of you go close this this project window. So this is Project Explorer window. So this is a Project Explorer window. This window, Project Explorer. This is Properties window. And this is Code window. This is code window. This entire window, what? This is code window. This is immediate window. This is immediate window. So immediate. So you all of you practice this F4. I guess all of you practiced. Next thing you need to practice is close this. Close properties this project window and go to View and Project Explorer. Close, View, Project Explorer 4-5 times. Can you please practice, all of you? Okay. Next, what do you need to do? Close, Control R. Close, Control R. Close, Control R. 10 times, all of you.
And how about the immediate window?
Yeah, good question. I'll come to that. So everybody practice Control R.
Yes, Control R and Control F4.
Okay, great. And next is Control G. So for this immediate window, you can close it and press Control G. Close and press Control G. Close and press Control G 10 times. Now double click on module mod day 1. So this, and on the top you can say this is mod day 1. On the very top you can see here mod day 1 and write option explicit. Quickly, all of you press enter. Option explicit. Now I will create some procedures. What is a procedure? If I take you to this procedure, in English we have paragraph. In VBA we call it procedure. So anything, whatever we have to write it inside a procedure. First of all, we have to write it inside a module, and then we have to write it inside a procedure. So procedure is like a paragraph. So what I will do, I'll go here and I'll write sub and give it a name, any name you want. For this matter, put your first name. So I want like Chitta, I will put Sujoy. Sub Sujoy and press enter. Put your first name, any name you can give. And after this, when you press enter, after this, put a tab. And now we can write our program. Now we will start writing the program. And so first program that we'll write will calculate length and breadth. Will calculate the area. So using a calculator, how will we calculate the area? If length is, let's say length is L, this is L equals to 10 and B equals to 20 and area equals to L into B. L into B. Can you please follow up? This is the into symbol, L into B. And now finally we'll display the output. So how do we display the output? Debug.print A, and then click on this run button. So you will get an error right now. Variable not defined. So why? So the computer is not understanding what is LBA. What is this? So I have to now tell him. So now stop it. Click on this line. Press enter. Press tab. Dim L as integer. L is a number. I'm saying. Dim B is a number. B as integer. B is a number. Dim A as integer. Now if I press, keep a gap if you want. Now if I press this run button, now I will get the output here. See 200. And this computer, okay. If you want to multiply two numbers into I into j, k equals to I into j, print debug.print k, F5. So 10 into this, so it will print this. Now there is another way of running, which is debug F8. Step into F8. So if you press F8, see, if you take the mouse pointer, it will show 0. 0 is the default value. Default value. What is default value means? Any value which is, if you don't assign any value, this is the default value. The default value of number is 0. So this is understandable, right? Number, if you don't assign anything, it means 0. So it is quite understandable. So I is 0, j is 0, k is 0. After, so I am pressing F8. Now if you press F8, so I will be assigned 10, j and k are still 0. Anywhere you take, k is 0, I is 10, j is 0. Now if you press j is this, k is this, k is 243. Now k becomes 1230. Now debug.print k will print 1230. Now exit. Yeah, so anybody go to this document, you can see What does single mean? Single used for decimal point number. So this is a decimal point number. So I will put single and area also single. Now you will get a different output. Now press F5, you will get C 314.16.